Hello and welcome, guys, to another draft by yours truly, Calebovitsch. So right now, we open up the first pack, and our rare of note is the Notorious Scoundrel, which is a mediocre unit, but usually this format doesn't have that much removal. So honestly, I haven't tried him out that much, really. Amongst good cards here we have Tumbling Sloth, we have Mesmerized Moth, and I think I will actually pick Moth because it can veer us into one of two Relic Matter decks. Pack number 2, cards of note are Akanthas Outrider, Barrel Through, and Coastal Beastmaster. And of these 3 cards, only Akanthas Outrider goes well with our previous drop, because if we go Mesmerized Moth on 3, on turn 4 we can go Ancient Bubble into Akanthas Outrider. Pick number 3, and here we have Resilient Wagneer, Lethra Intimidator, Barrel Through, Oni Forge Master. Now these are the good drops, the good picks. So which one should it be, really? So Lethra Intimidator is on color with Aurelian, and Aurelian is usually Relic Matter, so this could be good. Oni Forge Master would be in Genev, but it's not a really Genev-y card. It's more like Winchester, or even more so Ixton. Barrel Through is, this 3-colored combination of Time Justice Primal is not that viable. Resilient Wagneer is double off-color. Starved for Lung would be good if we were going into big time, but currently it looks like Relic's not big, so I am going with Lethra Intimidator. Next up, we have, now this is a good pack, because we have Pitfall Trap, Corendon Steward, and Infused Guardian, with a backup of Consuming Greed and Oni Samurai. And all 3 of Pitfall Trap, Corendon Steward, and Infused Guardians are great for this deck. For this color combination, for the Aurelian color combination. Pitfall Trap being the best because it is Relic Synergy. So I think this is a close one, but I'm gonna go with Pitfall Trap because of the synergies. So far, at least. Next up, we have Display of Vision Storm Spiral, Tumbling Sloth, and Tumbling Sloth is fully on color here, so it's gonna be a great pick. Otherwise, Storm Spiral would also be decent. Next up, we have Lethra Intimidator, Power Breach Sentinel, or Consuming Greed. And right now, I think we can veer a bit into Power Breach Sentinel because its power level is, in my opinion, much higher than that of Consuming Greed and Intimidator. And it's easier to get Consuming Greed later on than a late Power Breach Sentinel. Now, Intimidator and Bleak Bassin Guide, and sometimes even Scavenge, are good cards, but Bleak Bassin Guide is for Corendon, and Scavenge is for Winchest, so it has to be another Lethra Intimidator. Well, it's still a 2/4 wall, so that helps usually. Next up, not a lot going on for us, so I'll just go with the big time unit. That's also a pleasure. 4 last picks of pack 1, we have Frost Talisman and Lethrai Courtier, and given that we're lacking early game interaction on board, which even means just blocking with walls, with all 3 walls, it's going to be Lethrai Courtier. Next up, a couple of bad cards. I'm picking Mass Entomancy if I manage to pick up a Merchant or a Smuggler in these colors. So yeah, Mighty Strikes, why not? It is a splashable card, and Scavenge probably not going to end up in this deck. Alright, pack number 2. So here we have Roland's Memorial. That's a rare relic that you shouldn't be reading, because as Gibbon++ says, the more you read it, the less good you feel about yourself for reading it. Or however he puts it. Okay, but good cards here are Banners, obviously, Changey Stick, and Smuggler's Stash. And I think Changey Stick is just so good that we have to still pick it here. Here we do have Vara's Choice. We have Ageless Sentinel, but it's worse than Vara's Choice. Flash Freeze also is quite good, but I think Vara's Choice is just the best of these cards here. Whispering Wind, Pillar of Amar, Wormstone, Xenon Stranger. Oh my goodness, I want all 4 of those cards. But, wow, I wanted to say on power level alone, Well, on power level alone, Whispering Wind, Pillar of Amar, and Wormstone are, like, similar. But I still think Pillar is just at its highest, like, ever. Alright, here we have Secret Pages. That is also kind of fixing and ramping, so it's not out of the question. Wisdom of the Elders, well, we do have a control-like deck, but we don't have double blue yet. Revenant Stormbeast is just a 3-drop, and we don't want just 3 drops. Snowfort is a relic, but a bad one. So for me, it's between Wisdom of the Elders and Secret Pages. I think I'm gonna veer into Wisdom. Next up, we have another big Sentinel. Dormant Sentinel, 7/7 for 7. Cobalt Ring also, but we already have a Pitiful Trap, so I'm veering towards the Sentinel. Moondial is a decent relic to have, so let's just pick that. Wormstone is a great relic over that Stranger, and here we have another Stranger, so let's just pick this one. With Digside obviously being a better relic. Illumination Wisp is a great early creature, so we're going for them, for Courtiers, for Strangers in general. Usually Elysian and Xenon, obviously. So this is the Wisp here. Dormant Sentinel number a millionth, sure, why not? Gift of Battle or Snowford. I think Snowford has a non-zero chance of getting in this deck, and Dorbot does not. Feln Cauldron, what does it do? It's a relic, okay. Once per turn you may discard a card to gain 1 health. After 5 cards, sacrifice Feln Cauldron to create and draw 5 random spells. Yeah, I don't think it is playable, but it is a relic that I do not have. So just for collection's sake. And remember guys, rare drafting or legendary drafting is nothing to be ashamed about. Alright, so in general this would be Tundra Explorer or Seek Power or Trailmaker. But given that Trailmaker can be substituted by something else, Tundra Explorer is good but not the greatest. Seek Power, sure, we already have a Stranger so far and a couple of Shadow Pledgers. I think I will still just pick the relic here, maybe brew something with that Cauldron, but alrighty, Bold Adventure is a good 2-drop, Ageless Sentinel is a decent 4-drop, but we already have decent 4-drops here. There's also Xenon Banner, and given that we only have 1 Stranger so far, I'm gonna go ahead and take the banner. Remember, you should have at least 4 pieces of on-color fixing, i.e. Strangers, Banners, and Tokens, with tokens being at least 2 of your colors. Strategize is good, Dark Return is great, Skycrack Stranger is just 1 on colors, so I'm gonna go with Dark Return. Calderon Cradle is just a meme, it's not a card. Change Stick is a card, not a meme. And Xenon Banner is also fixing, but the sheer power level of Change Stick alone wants us to pick it. Alright, Flash Freeze is a great one-off in all decks, both control and aggro alike. Vault of the Praxis is a relic, but not a great one. I think I would rather go with Sandglass Parma. That teleport is more useful than usual, and +1 maximum power when you are ramping up to Pillar of Amar, etc., is great. Forgotten Find, no. Banners are both off-color, so yeah, I think it's going to be Elysian Stranger, as it is a fully on-color Stranger. Tower Top Patrol is a good 4-drop when it comes to blocking all assaults, and given that we already have 1 banner and 2 Strangers, I think we can pick something else later on, like maybe a cargo, at least a 2-color cargo, or a token, or something like that, so we don't have to pick just 1 on-color Stranger, so it's going to be Patrol. Currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops already, so we're quite good in that department. Here I'm picking Stonescar Banner because there is always the possibility of splashing for those Mighty Strikes. Xenon Stranger, yes, that's the last necessary piece of fixing that we need. None of these are gonna make it, and this is not gonna make it. And here we are opening Shingain Firebrand. Now this card is quite good when you're playing red, otherwise if you're not playing red, well, you know. Frostwave is great, also Castle Beastmaster is great, but given that we are not running these colors, we just have to stick. I mean, we're not running the colors of Shinigami Firebrand and Coastal Beastmaster. So is it Frostwave? Honestly, I have the position of you only need one Frostwave or Flash Freeze or this kind of freeze effect. I'm not counting Frost Talismans here, so we don't need to pick Frostwave, honestly. We could go with Honeypot, because we're lacking removal sorely, or Be Gone. And let's take a look at our relics. So we have Pitfall Trap, we have Moondial, and we have that Ancient Bubble from Mesmerized Moth. So this is not gonna be great, but we are in our 4th pack, so we will probably get another 2-drop relic. So here I'm going with Honeypot over Be Gone, mainly because we already have a bounce effect in Sandglass Parma, and I don't want also that many of them. Wow, Siegebreaker. Yeah, that card is great, but we're not gonna splash for a double here. Storm Spiral is good, Power Breach Sentinel is great, Bannerman is great, Awaken the Ages is okay. Tumbling Sloth is great. We already have how many 3-drops? 1, 2, 3, so not that many. And Power Breach Sentinel is gonna help us with our late game ramp, so yeah, let's go with that. Next up, there is Awaken the Ages. There's Lethrai Lobotomy. Pillar of Dreams, yeah, I've seen it, but I've seen it in wind chests, so I think it's better in wind chests. For sure. Are we going to go with that Awaken the Ages, though? It is possible, you know? It is possible we will go into more rampy style of deck. Lethrai Courtier number 2 is an early drop. We don't have that many relics, but I don't think there's anything else in here for us. We still need a 2-drop relic. Maybe Compass if we need early relics. Sure. Yeah, as I've said, because these Cabal Scavenger and Fledgling Avisaur are just unplayable. Barrel Through is great, but we're not gonna splash that color this late. Token of Knowledge is fully on color, so that's obviously what we're looking for. Display of Knowledge is one of the better displays. Honeypot or Castle Huntsman. We don't have that many things that could trigger our Huntsman, that could renown it. We do have what? Parma, we have Display of Knowledge, and that's it. So I'm going for Honeypot number 2 right now. Display of Knowledge number 2 is what we're looking for. Sure, Tumbling Sloth, great. Scavenge, okay. Okay, let's take a look at it now. So, as it turns out, this deck is more into going big time than going into Relic Matter. From Relic Matter, we only have Akanthas Outrider, we have Tumbling Sloths, and we have Lethrai Courtiers, and we're gonna just take them out. So that's a negative on the compasses, that's a negative, I have already taken out that one. So we're not gonna be playing Honeypots, especially that we caught double Display of Knowledge. So we are currently at 30 cards. We can take those Courtiers out, but we are right now sitting on just 4 2-drops and 3 3-drops. 3 4-drops and a lot of late game. A ton of late game. So I think, how many pledges do we have? We have Protector, we have double Intimidator, and that's it. Okay. So what's gonna be happening here? Let me just take a look if I missed something. I could go another Dormant Sentinel over Runic Protector, but this one has Pledge, remember that. Nothing really here. Nothing really here. I don't want to be playing those Courtiers. Okay, so 28 cards. If we go with 17 power, I think I can take out Moondial, honestly, because we don't need it right now. Pitfall Trap is gonna be enough. So yeah, this is 18 power, big time Aurelion. That needs Shadow for some units, and a Dark Return and a Var's Choice and Displace. Needs Primal for also slots, Changey Sticks, Flash Freeze, Wisdom of the Elders. Sure, so let's now add power. So this is Token of Knowledge and Xenon Banner. And the rest. And let me see. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11 time. We have 5, 6, 7 primal, and we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shadow. So I think it's going to be 1 fewer on shadow, 1 more on primal, because we have 1 double primal here, and we have some shadow pledges. And I think this is going to be it. All right.